Black History Month, and when you think of Black history, you probably think of the Civil Rights era. Our next guest took part in that historic struggle. He's also an author. Dr. Jonathan McPherson is here to tell me about his new book. Dr. McPherson, thank you so much for being with us today.
And thank you for having me on this show.
Absolutely, it is our pleasure. This is the book, and it has a very unique title, A Drum Major for God and a Perfume Sprinkler to Man. Now, why did you decide to name your book that?
Well, number one, a drum major for God, because I have been an individual who always acted and moved from the dictates of the Holy Spirit. Now, perfume sprinkler to man, I share with people that you can go through life in one of two ways. You can go through life as a mudslinger. Remember, some of that mud remains behind on you. But if you go through life as a perfume sprinkler, sprinkling a little perfume on your job, in the community, in your church, and wherever you are, it will cause you to smell sweet also.
Oh, well, there you go. So what goes around comes around, right?
That's right.
It could be mud or it could be perfume.
That's right.
Now, Dr. McPherson, tell us about what's in your book.
Mainly, we wanted to tell the story of the great contribution of the Myers College administrators, faculty, and students to the Civil Rights Movement in Birmingham in 1963. It details secret meetings that were being held with the students at Myers College and the so-called white power structure, leading them up to desegregate the lunch counters prior to Dr. King coming to Birmingham on April the 12th in 1963 and leading massive marches. And a few of my sermons are in this book, because this book is a message looking back at the past, looking at where we are at the present time, and then to the future.
Well, and speaking of looking to the past and in the present and looking ahead, how do you think that we are right now? We have an African-American president, but we still seem to be so divided in this country over so many issues, race being one of them.
Exactly right. We are proud of the fact that we do have an African-American president. That's good. But I think we need to focus on the masses of African Americans in this country and look at what the status is. It's sad to look at the gridlock and the kind of leadership that's being provided for our congresspeople in Washington, D.C. But I ask people, what happened to that Ku Klux Klan mentality? We have a wave of conservatism that has swept this country now and is manifested in the Tea Party mentality.
Well, Dr. McPherson, thank you so much for being with us today, and best of luck with the book. You can pick up a copy of Dr. McPherson's book at Mount Hermon AME Zion Church in Ralph this Sunday. He will be signing copies of them after the service.